What is going on, Lakers fam? This is your boy Jay Lake, bringing you Lakers all day, all the time, even in the off season. And we're looking forward to the start of that preseason and media day coming up soon. What's going on, Big Al?
What's up, Jay Lake? Ready to get into this Laker talk?
What's good, Mario?
Hey, Jay Lake. Ready for the Lakers season to start.
We're all looking forward to it, and that's only going to be 2 weeks away. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to happen soon. So our last video that we posted, we basically talked about the starting lineups, closing lineups, and what we thought who should play, and the positional battles. Next up, we're kind of talk about the holes, still the weaknesses, I guess you would say, in our rotation. So we have that 15th roster spot still open. Rob Pelinka, every year he likes to keep that 15 roster spot open in case if there's a trade, in case if there's a waiver, somebody that comes out into the market that we really like. Do you guys feel like we have any holes, or do you guys want to see like a certain skill set that we're missing this coming?
Yeah, the biggest one, and I think Mario agrees with, is 3-point shooting. That's always something that we would like to shore up, because you just never know how certain guys are going to play on the Lakers. Gabe Vincent was a good 3-point shooter in the playoffs, but we've had those guys where they come in that they're supposed to be great 3-point shooters, and then they end up like shooting duds. I don't know. So you can never get enough 3-point shooters. I don't know if that guy is out there in the free agent market right now, but definitely 3-point shooting is something that I would want to add.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Albert. 3-point shooter. I think this team has good scorers. They have streaky shooters. When they get hot and scoring, they can make hit some buckets from deep. However, the pure 3-point shooter, just catch and release, deadly assassin type of guys who we're missing. I'm hoping, with that last spot, we get that person. Not sure who in the free agency we could pull from that. I don't know. What do you think, Big Al or Jay?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. That you guys want that 3-point shooting. Lakers curse. Every 3-point shooter that comes onto the Lakers, they always drop 5, maybe even 10%, like our previous playoff. But I'm actually leaning more towards guard this year. Every year it seems like, we're pretty guard heavy. We're lacking on those big defensive wings, but this year we're actually pretty stocked on the defensive wing, and I like it. But if you're looking at our guards, we have D'Lo, Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, Max Christie, and that's about it. If one of them goes down, then we're pretty light. I mean, I guess you could have LBJ run point, but still. I think a guard would help us. Probably a big also as well. Last year, Mo Bamba went down, and all we had was AD playing the center for the rest of the time. I don't want to see, I guess, Christian Wood and AD the whole entire season with just them two. So some of the go ahead.
So Dwight Howard.
He's going with the Warriors.
Is he? I don't know. But, to be fair, Jay, the positions that always are going to be taken up, there's 2 forwards that are always going to be taken up. That's LeBron and AD. And then the other spot is going to be the center position. So, or they move guys down or up the lineup. So most of the time it's guards that are going to be needing to shoot the 3-pointer. So, I mean, 3-point shooting, it's probably not going to come from the forward position. It's going to come from the guard position. So, I mean, I think we're looking at the same thing. It's just that's what we're looking for specifically in the skill set is 3-point shooting, particularly from the guard, because, we just don't know if D'Lo's going to have it that night or Gabe Vincent's going to have it that night. Austin's going to be probably the most consistent guy, but, sometimes he doesn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know. Austin, yeah, I mean, he'll be a consistent guy, but we saw nights where he just comes up short. Hopefully this team now around LeBron and AD can pick up the slack better than last year. You really felt if AD or LeBron were on their A game, they weren't, they're doing it. We had to lean on someone else in the team to get them to get a victory, to get the win. Chances were Lakers were going to lose, right? I mean, you got to lean on D'Lo. We lost. So, sometimes we had Rory, really save us. That one game, Lonnie Walker saved the Lakers. I think Albert and I, we were there actually, watched that game. That was an amazing game. I think this team though could really help LeBron and AD.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully, we don't have to rely on LBJ for our 3-point shooting.
How I feel about that. He's never shoot a three ever again.
So yeah, LBJ, he's not quite that reality bending athlete he used to be. A lot of times he would drag all the other players, not so good players, kind of cuss border players. He would drag them into the playoffs, into the championship. But it seems like kind of at this stage and age, it's the other way around. We've been using AR as a crutch, and hopefully, we don't use him too much as a crutch, because if we overplay him and depend on him too much, he might not be able to produce as well. D'Lo, not very consistent when it came to the playoffs, so hoping Gabe Vincent does it. Actually, I'm kind of leaning maybe towards like the bad boy role. It's like we don't have like that Rick Fox kind of role, the meta world piece, or like even Markieff Morris. It's like if you looked at why we were successful in that 2020 championship, it's because Keith was punking Joker, like and Dwight was like call him out, like they're just getting physical with them, and we don't really have that. I mean, Bando, I guess you could say, but he can't really do the bigs.
No, he's not strong enough. A good defender, it's not that meta world piece attitude. We don't have that, right? I mean, around the league, you mentioned Morris. Who else is like that in a way? Draymond, he's more annoying than tough defender like that, I think.
Brooks.
But yeah, we are missing that piece, and I think that piece is crucial to any team wins a championship. You need that one guy to set the tone, because LeBron won't set the tone like that. Kobe would. I can remember Kobe in the Olympics. He ran through Pau Gasol. He set the tone. He was ready. There's no one. LeBron doesn't do that. AD definitely doesn't do that. So it's nice to have that player that sets the tone for the rest of the team to know it's game time. We're here to win.
Yeah. So some of the notable free agents still left on the market are Cameron Payne. Suns traded him over to the Spurs, and the Spurs released him. Last I heard, he was working on a deal with Minnesota, but nothing set in stone. I like Cameron Payne. He's a big, lanky guard. He could shoot from the outside. Kelly Oubre, he was a consideration, but he did sign that 1-year deal with the 76ers. 76ers have been a dumpster fire since the James Harden kind of saga. I sent you guys that video, or the video's been floating around of him in China calling Daryl Morey a liar, never playing for him again. And now recently I heard that they've been trying to keep him and they want him to play. But I'm rooting for him still to go to the Clippers, though, with Kawhi, PG, Westbrook, and James Harden. Add them to the mix. There's a couple other players like Will Barton, Narlene's Noel. Kings released him. He's another good big. Derek Favors, veteran power forward. He might be able to set the tone for us, Derek Favors.
Derek Favors.
Now, JaMychal Green, he lit us up in the past. TJ Warren, 30-year-old wing. I guess if anybody, I really want Hamlo Diallo. He's that 93rd percentile in defensive plus minus. I think he would be great for us. 6'5", 6'11" wingspan. It seems like he's a really good player, and if we were to fill that 15th spot, that would be my vote. What do you guys think?
He's a super athletic guy. I remember him in the dunk contest. I think he was in a high school dunk contest against Zion or somebody as well. So he's a super athletic guy. I see why you might like him. He's long and lanky, but I think they have that kind of player or that project player that they want to use in Cameron and
Reddish.
Yeah, Cam Reddish. Yeah, Cam Reddish. They kind of play the similar role, similar position. So I think that's where they want to, develop Cam Reddish a little bit and get him some playing time. I think it's more about playing time for some of these guys that they sign for this last roster spot. But in my opinion, I think they just leave this open and then wait for something to go down.
Yeah, I agree. Let's wait on it. Sleep on it. Look for that sharpshooter.
Yeah, I mean, most likely we'll leave that roster spot open, but I mean, Hamilton Diallo, he's very tempting. I would take a flyer on him. So some of the other things that we want to talk about is FIBA. Disappointing loss for America. I mean, what do you expect though? You know, you sent the youngsters in; they can't do the man's job, right? I mean, you have Anthony Edwards. He has lots of maturity issues. Bi, he was super inconsistent. Ar, he showed out again. You know, he proved he belongs even on the bigger stage. So you know, all those
He has
haters,
heart.
it's like
That's why. Because Austin Reeves has heart.
all hard.
And you see that in this FIBA tournament. You know, these guys, they're not. I mean, no, they're trash. Sorry. None of these players on this roster should going to be on the Olympics team with LeBron James. He's going to look at every single one of them.
These
Edwards,
guys are role players.
trash.
I mean, they're
Okay.
role players. They would fit well
Edwards
with like
is a role player.
no, he's
Ingram,
just too young.
a role player, trash.
He couldn't find his
Trash.
role on the team.
The
Okay,
role should be the leading scorer and the leader. That's his
yeah,
role.
I don't know. I don't know if it was the offense or how the offense was, signed, how it was ran. And you guys got to remember that there's a new coach.
Steve Kerr,
Steve Kerr is running a new system.
four-time championship coach, Steve Kerr.
Yeah, but he's running a different system than Mike Krzyzewski.
It's not going to work without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's probably why Bi didn't, feel good in the offense. It's a guard heavy offense, so maybe he didn't feel comfortable in that type of offense. So, yeah, there's a lot of factors going in. There's a bunch of young guys that are learning how to play with each other. There's no established veteran on that team that was their Kobe or their LeBron. So it was a bunch of guys trying to figure out how to play with one another. So
I get that. I just feel like the talent the NBA has, even if it's our C team out there, we had an all-star Ingram. They should be able at least to make the finals. I mean, losing to Dennis
Germany.
Schroeder and losing to Canada is embarrassing. I mean, to that clown Dylan Brooks. That's just embarrassing.
Yeah,
That's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
For the
Just
USA,
yeah,
they're out here laughing at us, basically, with other countries.
yeah. The Dylan Brooks thing, scoring 40 points or whatever he scored in the
40?
last game. Yeah, it was ridiculous and should have never happened. I don't even know how he got those numbers, but yeah, it was very disappointing performance by Team USA. I do think that the stars are going to get in because they are the stars, and who's not going to want their best players in the biggest tournament of the friggin' world in the Olympics? I mean, it's going to sell jerseys, it's going to sell whatever. They're going to allow LeBron into the Olympics.
Is KD joining that team?
Whoever is a big star is going to get allowed to get in. It's
I know,
just
but
going to
do
be
you think
who's going to be.
You think KD wants to be on that team?
I think so. Yeah, I think they said.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think they said LeBron is trying to get a bunch of guys. Steph Curry, KD.
Kyrie.
I don't know if Kyrie's on that list. I don't remember him saying or reading if it was Kyrie was on the list, but maybe. Yeah, we'll see. But I do think
so
LBJ get
LBJ
the opportunity.
Dream Team, he's been recruiting. So you have Steph Curry, LBJ, AD, KD, and probably Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Buckets, Damian Lillard.
Dame.
Did I say Adebayo? Yeah, I did. Bam Adebayo. And hopefully Joel Embiid if he's our naturalized citizen.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Is he a naturalized citizen in the U.S.?
I mean, because if he plays for, I think France or some other team, like probably France, Cameroon, France. Yeah, if he plays France, it would be pretty intimidating because we don't have a big. I mean, back in the days we had what, Dwight Howard, Miles Plumlee.
That's a good question. Who would be our center? I mean, AD would probably be our center, but AD likes to play the power forward. Who would be our other big guy?
So it'd be Bam and Embiid.
Sabonis from the Kings.
No, Sabonis would play for his home country.
Oh man,
Yeah,
who's born in the U.S.? I was born in the U.S.
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah. I wonder who would be that big guy.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any other inclusions or anybody else? Oh, Jason Tatum.
Tatum would be good. I think Tatum would be a great pick. As long as no one on this FIBA team's on that roster, we should be good. I don't want no one on that team. They're a disgrace. I don't want no one on that team to be in the Olympics team at all. We
A
can
lot
get
of news
15
outlets
guys.
saying Anthony Edwards will be a lock to come back.
Trash. What has he done? Where's Minnesota at? Where's Minnesota at?
Jalen Brunson.
Oh my trash. I'll look you in the eye when I tell you this right now. Trash.
I think the
Awesome.
best players were AR and Hart.
AR and Hart are the best players. I love AR. He's the savior of the Lakers, but
Josh Hart is a great role player. Knows his role.
Great role player.
Good defender. But maybe if hey, Michael Redd made it to the freaking Redeem team. So anything can happen.
Kobe, LBJ,
Yeah.
No, it's true. He did make it out.
Yeah. They needed a 3-point shooter, and they got Michael Redd. I don't know.
That's a 3-point shooter? Dang.
Yeah, that was their 3-point shooter.
Does Klay Thompson join the team?
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be. There's gonna be a lot of guys that probably want to join, and they're gonna have tryouts. We'll see who gets chosen. But
see how much clout Steve Kerr has. So Draymond Green.
Hey, if LeBron's gonna play, bring in Melo. Bring him in.
Melo back, the all-time leading scorer.
They've been saying this is
bring Melo back. Okay.
And he just retired this year.
He can still play. He still get buckets.
I guess maybe.
All right, Lakers fam. So we're hoping that we're going to show out during the Paris Olympics. And what do you guys think about the starting lineup and who should be there? Leave your comments down below. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Go Lakers.
Go Lakers.